The CEO tasted the noodles made by the maid, and immediately felt something was different. The noodles didn't have the fragrance of scallions. Although he doesn't eat scallions, he likes their flavor. His noodles used to have that scent every day. So he asked the maid to remake a bowl without scallions but still with the flavor of scallions. The maid thought the CEO was deliberately making trouble because he had separated from his wife. His sister saw this and said only his wife could tolerate his weird habits. It turns out that every time his wife made noodles, she would pick out the scallions, just to suit the CEO's taste. Even his sister envied her, shaking her head. But the CEO didn't appreciate it at all. Yesterday, he brought his first love, who had just returned to the country, home. His wife came home and felt very uncomfortable seeing this, but the CEO didn't care at all. He even asked his wife to bring the newly bought cake for his first love to eat, because his first love was hungry. The mother-in-law also encouraged the CEO to divorce his wife and marry his first love instead, saying his wife was just a substitute for his first love. Upon hearing this, the wife was heartbroken, so she immediately agreed to the divorce. The CEO thought his wife wouldn't dare to divorce. He asked her to get the divorce agreement that he had already prepared, saying that once she signed it, she could leave the house. To his surprise, she immediately went to get it. At this moment, his first love pretended to persuade the CEO, expressing guilt for causing the couple to fight over divorce right after her return. She planned to apologize to the woman. The mother-in-law, seeing how kind the first love was, said the woman had been clinging to the CEO for the past 4 years, so she predicted that in less than a minute, the woman would cry and come out begging the CEO not to divorce her. Sure enough, the next second, the woman threw the divorce agreement onto the table. The CEO laughed when he saw that her name wasn't on the document. He mistakenly thought she didn't dare to really divorce him. The woman explained that the divorce agreement stated she would get a $1 billion commercial street, but she didn't see the transfer agreement. Realizing that his wife really wanted a divorce, the CEO got angry and took out the transfer agreement to sign it. Then he forced his wife to sign the divorce agreement and leave. The mother-in-law yelled at the woman, calling her an orphan, saying that for all these years, she had been living off the CEO. She told her if she didn't dare to sign, she shouldn't make a scene here, and that the Duan family wouldn't tolerate her bad temper. Hearing this, the wife signed the divorce agreement without hesitation. She threw her wedding ring in front of the CEO, and turned around, leaving the house without looking back. The next morning, the CEO found that he couldn't even tie his own tie. At that moment, his sister came over and mocked him, saying that without his wife, not only was he sleepless, but he couldn't even dress himself. The CEO thought that his wife had called his sister last night, and asked her to come today to plead for him. But his sister replied that the one who should be pleading was the CEO. Although the CEO didn't admit to regretting the divorce, when he ate noodles, he realized they didn't have the flavor of scallions. He remembered how his wife used to pick out the scallions, leaving only the flavor for him. His sister mocked him, saying that now he realized how good his wife was. But the CEO showed disdain and claimed that if the woman hadn't looked like his first love, he would never have given her a second glance 4 years ago. His sister, hearing this, thought he was just a scumbag. Suddenly, the woman called. The CEO mistakenly thought the woman was calling to beg him to reconcile, but the woman had resigned from her position as the company's chief designer. The HR director asked if they should accept her resignation, adding that the company would fall apart without the woman. The CEO arrogantly allowed her to leave the company, because he still thought the woman had resigned to pressure him into canceling the divorce agreement. His sister thought this was ridiculous, and felt the CEO was an idiot. However, the CEO confidently believed that the woman would definitely return to beg him to reconcile. Little did she know that after leaving him, she bought a luxury mansion worth $50 million. As soon as she got the deed, the CEO's sister called her, and urged her to make up with her brother. But the woman had already decided to get divorced, and start a new life. The next day she went to a luxury goods store, planning to buy a dress. When she saw that white dress, the woman remembered that the CEO had once given her a similar one, because the CEO liked white dresses the most. This time she deliberately changed her style, and prepared to buy the red dress. Unexpectedly, her first love walked over, and mistakenly thought the woman was buying the white dress to please the CEO. He mocked her, saying that even if she wore the style the CEO liked, the CEO still would not get back together with her. After hearing that, the woman did not get angry, because she no longer loved the CEO. Her first love then mocked her again, saying that she was using her similar appearance to take advantage of the CEO's emotional vulnerability after his breakup, and trick him into marrying her. Otherwise, with a face like hers, no man would be willing to marry her. The next second, a rich second-generation heir walked into the store. The sales clerks were instantly drawn to his handsomeness. The rich heir had come to find the woman. He had secretly loved her for 3 years, and after just learning that she was divorced, he rushed over to confess his feelings to her. The first love was unhappy that the woman had a suitor, and to save face, she called the CEO, and asked him to come help her pick out new clothes. She was preparing to interview for a designer position at the richest conglomerate. Little did she know that the rich heir was the newly appointed CEO of the richest conglomerate. While the woman was changing clothes, the first love deliberately told the rich heir that the woman had been divorced, and was not worth his affection. She also advised him to stay away from the woman. After hearing this, the rich heir angrily cursed at the first love. Soon, the woman came out wearing that red dress. The rich heir's eyes immediately lit up. At that moment, the CEO also arrived. He mistakenly believed that the woman had changed her clothes clothing style. In order to please him, he gave the woman another chance to come back to him, but the woman paid him no mind, and walked over to the rich heir instead. Seeing this, the CEO was furious. He thought the woman had deliberately found a rich heir, just to make him angry. The woman denied it, because she would not get angry over trash. After saying that, she left with the rich heir. To thank the rich heir for pretending to be her boyfriend, she treated him to a meal. During their conversation, the woman discovered that she and the rich heir had once met before. 3 years ago, the rich heir's design was missing a bit of inspiration. His father invited a friend's daughter to help. After looking at the necklace he designed, the woman immediately found inspiration. She only added one brushstroke to it, and made the piece even better. The rich heir was very happy, and put the woman's name on the work. He also gave her all the copyright fees. The woman did not accept. She only needed him to treat her to a meal. 3 years later, the rich heir invited the woman to join the richest conglomerate. He believed that with her ability, she would definitely become the group's chief designer. The woman did not know that the rich heir was the new CEO, and thought he was just an ordinary employee of the conglomerate. To pursue her, the rich heir continued to hide his identity. On the other side, after losing the woman, the CEO had the woman's image in his mind every day. His sister said that the woman was preparing to join the richest conglomerate. The CEO did not care, and thought that the woman was not capable enough to become chief designer. His sister continued, saying that ever since the woman resigned, all of their partners had cancelled their cooperation with the company. After hearing this, the rich heir was shocked. He never expected the partners would dare offend him for the sake of the woman.